I don't know if anyone else watches, this is just immediate, Only Murders in the Building. Their new season is very much about how the mafia in New York is no longer like the mafia, but it's the billionaires. And I found that like an interesting framing, because that is kind of the world that we're living in today. I mean, if we look at the Reform Party, like over 90% of their funding comes from individuals who are linked to oil and gas interests, polluting industries, and many of them being billionaires. And these billionaires that are putting out through the media, and who own a lot of the media in this country, putting out this kind of climate denial, which I think sometimes is framed as if it's like a real belief. But if we look at polling, barely no one believes the climate crisis isn't happening. It's not an actual real argument. It's one that I think that's presented to distract us as a form of distraction. Like, let's prove the climate crisis is happening, even though everyone already believes it, so that you'll be distracted from actually doing anything. When even the people who are like enacting climate denial in their policies and the way that they are denying the reality of the science, they evidently believe in it, because people like Peter Thiel, who's a billionaire, he runs the superveillance spy tech company Palantir, who are also recently, the BMA actually, as a union, rejected Palantir being allowed to manage NHS data contracts, which is amazing, because Palantir also do surveillance in Palestine. They're really scary. He runs that company. He also is one of Trump's advisors, who says, like, we need to doubt the climate science, etc. But he's also bought himself a bunker in New Zealand, or Aotearoa, so that he'll be safe when climate disaster hits. So they believe it very fervently. They just want to sacrifice all of us so that they can continue to have ludicrously opulent lives. And so I think we should be angry about that, and I think that we should channel that anger into actually tackling the super wealthy in this country, and the control, not just in this country but in the world, and the control they have over our lives and our future. And I think the way that we do that is, again, I'm going to be a bit of a broken record, is through community organising, is through getting involved in our communities, working out how do we tackle their influence, but also how do we build strong communities that are resilient in the face of that as well.
Yeah.